What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Outpost, and EA is getting blasted this week by its fans for good reason, because they are fed up with the state of their games, specifically their sports games, UFC 4 and Madden 21. The Madden 21 controversy and the review bombing is unlike anything we have ever seen. So what does EA do? Do they address the fans' concerns? Do they address the things that the fans are bringing up that they feel like is a problem with their game? No. What do they do instead? They go full social justice. They go full woke and get Colin Kaepernick in Madden 21. Absolutely ridiculous. No one was asking for this. No one wants this, and that will be shown. And they even gave him a rating that is significantly higher than 4 years ago, the last time he was in the league. Absolutely egregious from EA. Welcome back, Cap, to try to distract people from the fact that their game is getting absolutely demolished. But I guess we shouldn't really expect anything different from EA at this point. Now, they did put out a statement right here. Let's take a look at this statement. Colin Kaepernick is one of the top free agents in football and a starting caliber quarterback. Ooh, very interesting. One of the top free agents in football, a starting caliber quarterback. That's very interesting indeed, isn't it? Because, as reported by multiple sources, there's still no interest in Colin Kaepernick. No interest in signing this person, even though the NFL bent the knee and apologized to Colin Kaepernick. Roger Goodell apologized to Colin Kaepernick, said, "We're sorry. The NFL's woke now, so it's okay. We're sorry that we gave you a hard time for kneeling." Even with that endorsement, even with several coaches publicly saying, "I hope Colin Kaepernick gets signed," no interest from anyone. Because bottom line, the man at the end was just not a very good quarterback. He was less than an average quarterback, to be quite honest. Less than an average starting quarterback, at least. And he's really not worth the trouble of signing to your team. But let's take a look at Madden's continued statement. The team at EA Sports, along with millions of Madden NFL fans, want to see him back in our game. We've had a long relationship with Colin through Madden NFL and worked through our past soundtrack mistakes. Oh, that's right, when you removed his name from the soundtrack of your game intentionally. I guess things have changed now, right? We're sorry, we posted Black Lives Matter. We're forgiven now, right? Knowing that our EA Sports experiences are platforms for players to create, we want to make Madden NFL a place that reflects Colin's position and talent, rates him at a starting quarterback, and empowers our fans to express their hopes for the future of football. We've worked with Colin to make this possible, and we're excited to bring it to all of you today. What an absolute joke. What an absolute joke. And they are getting rightfully wrecked for this. They really are. How did he go from a 74 overall in Madden 17 to an 81 overall in Madden 21? And he hasn't played a lick of football in that time. And in fact, when he did his tryout, people were not impressed. They were not interested at all in signing Colin Kaepernick, because he's an average quarterback. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, and he's not worth having the headache of someone like this on your team. Colin Kaepernick, I won't stand to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people. Right? That's what he said. That is what Colin Kaepernick said before we tried to get the spin on it, before he got a whole media team to spin him into some sort of civil rights hero. This is what he said when he was wearing pig socks that depicted cops as pigs, when he was wearing Fidel Castro t-shirts. That is the man who Colin Kaepernick is before the public and the media tried to glorify him into this social justice, a literal social justice warrior that deserves to be praised, who's oppressed, who's being kept down, when in reality, no one wants him on their team. But EA decides to take this step. EA decides to try to get all the sympathy, right? Hey, look, we're playing the woke card. Stop criticizing us. Stop review bombing our game. Because that's what's happening. Look at this. 0.2 user score. That is the worst score on Metacritic. The worst score, the worst rating for a video game ever. That is what Madden 21 is getting, and it's for several reasons. It's not just the way that the game is played, but it's also about the monetization practices and about the absolute laziness that has come from EA. I've showed you on videos before, and I'll link it somewhere in the end card so you guys can see this. But I've talked about it before, that Madden has become so lazy. EA has become so lazy with Madden. That is why people were trying to get them, hashtag NFL drop EA. That was trending, right? Hashtag NFL drop EA, as everyone shared why they want the NFL to drop EA in that exclusivity deal. Because back when there was competition, football games were much better. But as soon as EA signed the exclusivity deal, all of a sudden they stopped putting effort into it. They stopped trying, and the fans got the shit end of the deal, just like we always do. The consumer got screwed. That's what has happened with Madden, and people are absolutely fed up. Madden fans have reached a breaking point. This is really the first time these concerns and criticisms from fans have come to a head, and for good reason. The annualization of sports games have led to a lot of coasting from the Madden franchise, with each year only making incremental additions and roster changes. Now Madden 21 is released in its current state, and that its fans are fed up and have started the trending hashtag in hopes of ending EA's monopolization. But what happened? EA had been outlining an upcoming patch to fix a couple issues, but it doesn't affect the actual problems with the game. The fact that these modes that are supposed to be there are not. The fact that it is just the same game with a roster update. It doesn't fix that. And they didn't acknowledge at all that hashtag. What did they do? They get Colin Kaepernick. Now, this is the Undefeated. The Undefeated, which is basically a racially based ESPN spinoff. That's what the Undefeated is. They're very happy that this is happening, that Colin Kaepernick is there because he's been so oppressed. Listen to this. Kaepernick, who remains unsigned, makes his virtual NFL comeback as a top free agent quarterback in Madden 21 with an 81 rating. His rating places him among elite quarterbacks in the top 15 of the video game's 111 total quarterbacks. What an absolute joke. You can actually see here, and he is the top free agent by far. Look at this, 81. The next one up, 66. All of the other bottom of the barrel quarterbacks. No, Colin Kaepernick, he's a starting level quarterback. That is such a joke. You can see here, he's only a couple points back from people like Dak Prescott, Jimmy Garoppolo, Carson Wentz, Matthew Stafford. Only 5 points back from Deshaun Watson, who just got the second biggest contract in NFL history. I know not all of you guys, right? I know not everybody here is a fan of sports, and I'm sorry if this is maybe boring you because of that, but this is about how crazy this is for EA to do this. It is clearly a message. It is clearly pandering to social justice. That's what this is. And it's not going to fix this game. It's not going to get anyone else to buy this game despite their best efforts. And just like all people like Colin Kaepernick who are part of this type of agenda, they are complete hypocrites, right? Colin Kaepernick, who this 4th of July tweeted this out: "Black people have been dehumanized, brutalized, criminalized, and terrorized by America for centuries and are expected to join your commemoration of independence while you enslaved our ancestors. We reject your celebration of white supremacy and look forward to liberation for all." Well, that was July 4th, 2020, but what did he say July 4th, 2011? Oh, that's strange. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope everyone has a blessed day. But that was before Colin Kaepernick made all of his money by being a woke, outrage, justice warrior peddler, right? That is what he's doing now. He is a race baiter. He is divisive. That's Colin Kaepernick's job now. That is what he's trying to do. So saying things like this, happy 4th of July, have a blessed day, that doesn't fly anymore. Colin Kaepernick's a hypocrite. EA Sports are absolutely crazy for doing this. He's rated higher than Cam Newton. That's what somebody said. Look at this. Calling this the whole game. Kneel. Quarterback kneel, because that's what Colin Kaepernick does. He'd probably be pretty good at that one, to be honest. Focus on fixing the awful franchise mode before adding players that haven't been on an NFL team in 3+ years. Another go-to quarterback kneel, of course. Here you go. Something makes me suspect that this is not an absolutely genuine move. And he pulls up the exact same thing that we showed you, that Metacritic score that tells you that fans are pissed off. They're doing this to cover their asses. That's all this is. This is pandering. This is simply virtue signaling, getting Colin Kaepernick in the game, giving him one of the highest rated quarterback ratings in the game. Absolutely insane, disingenuous as hell, but that's what we've come to expect from EA. They're just trying to cover their tracks. They're just trying to get focus off hashtag NFL drop EA because they know that they need that exclusivity deal or they're going to be forced to actually dedicate something to this game, which they do not want to do. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.